staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
It's the chase! It's the chase! Live 1 to 3, Monday through Friday on Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville. Listen to Chase and his friends on WKG. It's the chase! It's the Scruffy City! Listen to his friends, and his friends are on WKGN. I'm always taking your calls on the Tennessee Vols. It's the chase! It's the chase! It's the chase!
All right, Knoxville, the chase is on this Wednesday, September 10th, 2025 edition, right here on Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and always streaming for free on that Fanrun Radio app, Monday through Friday, 1 to 3, right here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios, coming to you live from a beautiful, beautiful location here in East Tennessee. It's warm. It's super cool in the morning and then super warm in the afternoon, but I'll take it because it does feel like fall and football weather in the morning, and then it's back to the summer in the afternoon. But that's where we're at right now. First day of fall. Be here in a couple weeks as well, but it's football season. We're in week 3. We're going to talk a whole lot more about Georgia, Tennessee on Saturday afternoon with Rocky Top Insider Zone, Ryan Sylvia in studio on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Ryan, good afternoon, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good. The weather is nice. I'm starting to buy into it, maybe actually starting to cool down a little bit. I think it's supposed to warm up later this week, but Saturday should be good weather, and that's good after the home opener just being in the rain and it being not the greatest weather. I'm excited to get to Neyland Stadium for a sunny but not overly hot afternoon.
Yeah, it's going to be picture perfect. It seems like it's going to be kind of like what we've gotten, I think, for a lot of Tennessee, Florida home games at this time. I think it's going to be pretty warm. It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a great venue where I assume Garrett Armbrust on the 1s and 2s will be in the student section on Saturday.
That is correct.
Okay. Excited?
Yeah, it'll be fun. There's definitely kind of a buzz around campus right now. Wednesday, they're bringing in all the trucks and stuff for game day.
Yeah.
Perfect weather. It's probably going to be the best week of the year as a student, so looking forward to it.
Do you have a pregame? Got to drink tea? Got to keep the throat loose? How do you go about it?
Yeah, I guess it'll just got to be a wake up and see 3:30. So got a little bit of time to get into it. A lot of
wake up at 3:30. You're gonna be late.
No, I'm saying the game is at 3:30
or 3:30 a.m. He's just that excited.
Yeah. That's true.
Probably be a lot of pacing around. Not knowing what's gonna happen. I like to get in the stadium 45 minutes early or so, but those are kind of excruciating 45 minutes before a big game. You're just kind of waiting for kickoff. So,
well, there you go. How early do you like to get in there early? I mean, I guess it's a little bit different as a student. If you're going with people, you're kind of at the mercy of when everybody wants to go in. I mean, how much time do you want to have?
I mean, our group usually goes in I'd say 30 to 45 if it's a big game. If it's a small game like last week, just got to show up 15, 20 minutes before kick. But if it's a big game, I like to see warm-ups, definitely see them right out of the tunnel, be in my seat, have my drink and food in my hand ready to go because I don't want to get up once the game starts.
Well, you want to get there early and see him run out of the tee because it's the only time you're going to see the live Smokey. It's all we've gotten until it changes.
You got to figure it out somehow. I don't know. You have to have a live Smokey for the entirety of the game. You can't. They've got to figure it out.
I'm putting pressure on this administration because it's something that I have been on for years now. This should not be a multi-year problem. This should be something that we resolve sooner rather than later because you're right there with me, Ryan Sylvia. Mm-hmm. It's got to get resolved. It's great for the broadcast. I mean, if we're going to have Uga on the sideline shown here on Saturday, it's a bad look if Uga's out here handling the elements as a road dog versus Smokey inside Neyland Stadium on Saturday. Maybe he surprises us. Or do you get the old one out of retirement? Do we do that?
You got to let him enjoy retirement.
It's a big game though.
He's hung up the cleats. I don't think the solution's this year. I think I don't know. I think this is because you don't want to force this poor dog who really doesn't like doing it. Like the poor guy, he doesn't want to do it. Don't make him do it. You just got to figure out a find a pup, preferably in the family tree, I guess, that wants to do it. But stop making this poor dog. Stop trying to force it with them. It's sad.
We got to figure out something else, like a new strategy to avoid this from ever happening again, right? Like we gotta start from scratch to figure out how we're gonna remedy this situation and ensure that this will not be a factor going into next year and beyond. So we shall see. Hopefully, like the next Smokey, whoever it is, gets a long run, and we don't have to think about this for a long time. But yeah,
well, did you know the Smokey statues they have around campus?
Yeah.
Did you know they only make those once the dog dies? So the dog doesn't even get its flowers while it's alive.
I didn't know that.
That's what I've heard. Is so like I don't think the one that just retired, I don't think he has a statue yet.
Wait, so you're talking about like by the communication building, the one in the middle,
spread around like the colored in little statue. The kids like sit on them and write them and stuff.
Those are actual like in memory
each
of.
One is supposed to be like a specific Smokey, I believe.
I never knew that. Garrett, did you know that?
I mean, it makes sense because there's like 12 or 13 of them, which is how many Smokies there's been, right?
Less than
10.
that,
I think
but
we're
yeah.
at 11.
Okay,
pretty
so
sure
there's around.
So I think there's 9 of them.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's interesting. I definitely haven't seen all 9. I wonder where they are. That's a good
There's
scavenger
one
hunt.
up on Ayers Hall.
I've seen that one.
There's one, obviously, at like Circle Park.
Yeah.
There's one in front of Neyland.
There's one in front
There's
of
one on
Neyland.
the Ag campus. There's one in front of Strong Hall.
I want to say there's one near like Rocky Top, like over by the Chick-fil-A.
I think that's correct. That's only we still have 3 at minimum that we got to mark off the list here.
There's got to be one near like Haslam, I would think.
Yeah. There's one in front of the student union.
Yeah,
over
yep.
So there's 7.
There is. Yeah.
So, still, we're missing a couple.
That's interesting. Is there one by the baseball stadium?
I don't think so.
Like across from the Rock? Is there not one over there?
Ooh,
maybe.
There might be one near the Rock.
That's what I thought. I feel like I've sat over there. And also, Ayers Hall. Have either of y'all had classes at Ayers Hall?
I've only had to, when I was a student at UT, I had to take like a makeup exam there once, but that was the only time I've actually been in there.
What about you, Garrett?
I've also taken a makeup exam in there. I've had classes like on the hill, but not at Ayers Hall.
Yeah.
Makeup exams are risky. Because you just, I don't know how y'all felt about it, but I've done a couple of those in grade school back in the day. I didn't do any in college, I don't think. But
why? Because you couldn't cheat?
Well, no. It's just you
forget. Why are they risky then?
Because you forget the material. If it's too long, like you kind of love the. Let's calm it down on that side of the glass. I feel like there's a lot of residue from the Kentucky-Tennessee conversation from last Wednesday still permeating onto these airwaves.
Evidently, there's 10 Smokey statues.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Google tells you where each of them are.
Okay. Google or Google AI?
Google AI. So you don't believe them? They even list them 1 by 10.
No, I naturally don't believe Google AI.
So maybe I am. If there's 10, because we're on Smoky 11 now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe I guess I got
maybe they finished.
I got some wrong information because that sounds like there is.
I mean, you guys I didn't go to UT, so I don't know. I'm not familiar, so you'd have to fact check Google AI, but that's all I can go by. Maybe I was fact checking y'all.
Yeah. Well.
So.
Yeah, it's looking like 10.
10. Call in 865-966-3435 if you know where the other Smokies that we have not identified where they are on campus. 865-966-3435. And you can also
something you can do and visit Knoxville.com says find the Smoky statues.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too. A good tourist activity, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you could. That's a haul, man. Based on
visit.
I mean, that's a long, long
I
walk.
mean, you're going to see the whole campus, right?
A lot of hills,
that's the
though.
point.
A lot of hills involved in that visit. Because, I mean, you're going all over the place. If you're going to Ayers Hall and you're going
there's one outside of Hodges. We missed that one. Found that.
I think there's one next to the T-Rex, too, I believe. I haven't looked at the list yet.
Yeah, it says
and then,
Hodges. Smoky 5 is right there at the T-Rex.
So that's 9. So we're still missing one.
So we got them all right here. I don't know if I can read them all out due to time constraints, but did you say Strong Hall and Ferris Hall? That might be the last
one.
We
didn't say Ferris.
I said
Ayers
Strong
Hall. You said that.
Oh, you said Ayers or Fair? What are you saying?
Oh, Ayers. Ayers Hall has
and then there's one in front of Ferris Hall.
Yeah, Ferris Hall's
and then there's one on Lake Loudon Boulevard directly across from the Pat Summit Plaza. Did you say that one?
Oh, the obvious one. Yeah. Why didn't I even think about that one? Right over there.
Did you say the student union, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
This one has all 10 listed on which Smoky is which in front of which location. So Smoky 10, the one that just went in retirement, he's the one at the student union.
Do you know who's not getting one? Because he's out of here.
No, it'll just be smaller because he's still younger.
No, he doesn't get one.
No,
Sorry, you got to be
he
Smokey.
Did his time. He is Smokey. Smokey. They're not going to redo Smokey 11. It would just be Smokey 12.
Are we going to skip him? There's no way he gets a Smokey branding.
God, it's not his fault. He's a little shy.
I mean,
it's a statue.
No, statue worthy. What are we doing?
Yeah, he was in a game at Neyland Stadium. I'm pretty sure some of these Smokies had smaller tenures than him.
See, here's what we're learning about you as well, because I feel like you're also someone who is going to be more lenient when it comes to retiring numbers. Where you're like,
no, I think retiring numbers and giving Smokey a statue, I think, is a very different conversation.
It's a classic.
However,
it's a classic apples to
retire
apple
Grant Williams
conversation.
number.
Wait, retire whose?
Grant Williams.
No.
Yes.
No.
2-time SEC Player of the Year.
It's great. No.
You're not?
No.
He has a better resume than some of the other guys with
Why?
their jerseys in the rafters.
No.
Right now. He has a better resume than Chris Lofton.
Yes.
I wouldn't. I think you've got. It should be very, very rare that we retire uniforms. Very
It's rare to be a 2-time SEC
Yeah,
He's
Player
one
of
of the
the
best
Year.
basketball
Absurd.
players in Tennessee history.
Yes.
Look. Don't all jump on
Are you
me.
going to put Zakai out there?
He's a tough one. I think he's got. I mean, the years.
He doesn't even touch what Grant does.
Yeah, Grant is the easy one compared
Yeah.
to Zakai.
You
Interesting.
can't put
And
if,
I'm not against the guy.
if you're putting small numbers, you can't just put him up there because he's a fan favorite. Like I
Yeah.
like Zakai as much as anybody,
Yeah.
but he's not a top 15 player in Tennessee
No.
history.
Ooh.
Like, I don't think
Grant's
you
on
need
the
to
Mount
put.
Rushmore.
You don't need
Yeah.
to put Dalton up there because he was there for
No,
1
yeah,
year.
I
That's
agree.
tough. You don't need to put. I'm not against.
If he had been
Zakai's
National
either.
Player of the Year, probably.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Or if they broke into the Final Four, I
Yeah.
think would have been also the other barrier. I'm not against Zakai, but I also definitely see the argument to not retire his. Grant Williams should have the number 2 up
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Can we just put a banner up and not retire the number?
A banner. What's the banner going to say?
And it's not football.
We
It's not like you're
appreciate
running
you.
out of numbers on the basket. Like there's 13 guys that are like you can find enough numbers for these guys.
And it was
number
arguably
2.
the greatest team we've had on campus. His year.
You could argue it.
31-5
Sure.
or whatever they were.
Look, I love Grant Williams, but maybe
I don't know if you do.
Here's my whole thing. I don't like retiring numbers anyway. So I just think it's one of the silliest things we've all accepted in sports that we retire numbers. And I mean, it's so stupid. Like that someone else can't. I think it should be on it should be on the next athlete. It's like, hey, if you want to wear 23 with the Chicago Bulls after Jordan, good luck, man. I mean, good luck. If that's what you want to do in life, you want to follow Michael in that number, great. If you want to follow LeBron at 6 with LA, whatever. But if you want to do that, it should be your prerogative. The Yankees, you can't wear single digits with the New York Yankees because of what they've done. It's a travesty. Like, if my favorite number is a single digit, it's been like, what are we doing? Or at least have a timeline where it's like,
Go
hey,
make
it's been
a new
30,
number.
50
Go make
years.
it your own.
Yeah.
No, that's why we have like 99s and 77s on the New York Yankees. Like, no, you need.
So?
It's terrible,
No, it's not.
awful.
I think football.
I think
It's
Aaron
like
Judge
yeah,
having 99 is awesome.
you can only retire so many.
You
in
like the
football.
99 for Aaron Judge?
I like, yeah,
I love it.
I love Luca and 77.
Yeah,
That's
I
not the
think
same.
it's
But
Terrible.
iconic
These are terrible.
It's
takes.
iconic, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sick.
football, I agree. Basketball and baseball, you have enough numbers.
Yes.
You can. It doesn't matter if you retire. I mean, you don't. The Yankees maybe went a little overboard, but besides that,
Not a little, very overboard. The fact that you cannot
Like,
have a
why
single
even have a number in baseball? I don't even understand.
it's a good point.
bigger issue is managers
I
wearing
mean, you got
uniforms.
the name on the back. I mean, people don't wear it for the number.
Not everyone has their name on the back.
Yeah,
Yankees don't,
are
for
not
example.
supposed to, yeah. They
Just
call
do
you
the
out.
number even more.
I mean, I don't even know who Spencer Strider is anymore because he's shaved his mustache this
You don't
week.
like his number either, do you?
99. No, I don't like it. Love Spencer Strider. Don't love that. Did you see he shaved his mustache this week?
Didn't help him.
When we come back, we will talk more Tennessee, Georgia. A surprising prediction from a national college ball writer. We'll discuss when we come back right here on the Chase Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and always stream for free on that Fanrun Radio app.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high-speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com. Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
It's Chase right here on Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and always streaming for free on that Fanrun Radio app. Ryan Sylvia of RockyTopInsider.com in studio with us on this Wednesday afternoon. Ryan, SI's Pat Forty, longtime college football scribe, he made his official prediction on Tennessee, Georgia. And I've got to tell you, reading through different folks' predictions has been interesting. The line down to 3.5. There's just a lot of buzz on the Tennessee side of things. But it's also nationally. Ari Wasserman talking about it this week too. It seems like he's pretty bullish on Tennessee. But Pat Forty said, quote, Josh Heupel is 26-4 at home, and the Bulldogs are completely untested after playing Marshall and Austin Peay. And as noted, the Volunteers are overdue in this rivalry. He has Tennessee beating Georgia. Pat Forty has Tennessee beating Georgia 24-21. What say you?
I think the score is probably in the right ballpark as far as the total amount of points scored, somewhere in the early 20s. I don't think it's going to be a shootout or anything like that. I still lean Georgia in this one, but there's certainly a path for Tennessee to win. I think this has to be the best that, from the Tennessee perspective, you have to be able to feel going into the Georgia game since 2016. It feels better than any other Josh Heupel era, even 22, even last year with those games on the road. This one feels like Tennessee's best shot, I guess.
I will say, I don't know if y'all felt the same. I felt good going into Athens last year.
I thought Tennessee had a decent chance to win. I still had, if I remember, I still had Georgia winning that game, but I feel better this year. I don't know. Just as far as Tennessee having a chance to win it.
What do you think, Garrett?
I personally probably feel better this year just because Heupel hasn't had the signature road win yet, and I can't pick Tennessee to win a top 10 matchup on the road until it happens. And this is the best team that we've had in Neyland, I think, for a game. This obviously isn't the best Tennessee team that we've had under the Heupel era facing Georgia, but it's the best team that we've had facing Georgia at Neyland Stadium. I think our offensive line can hold up. I think our defensive line is going to be what makes or breaks the game for us. I think we have playmakers. I think Georgia, the past 2 weeks, you can't take too much into account of, they didn't play great against Austin Peay last week. I don't think that really matters. You know that Kirby's going to get them ready for the game on Saturday. I'm not necessarily going to say that we're going to win the game, but I think it will be very competitive, and I think that we have a real chance of winning the game.
Yeah. I mean, Brett, I know where this is going. What? Are you feeling better? It's Wednesday.
No. It's been 8 years, buddy. 9. Yeah, I don't. I felt better last year. I did.
Okay.
I was on a panel last year in Athens previewing the game, and the thing that was most stunning was just that, because it's easy to forget the context, right? Because we were just like, oh, it's great to play Georgia in the early part, and they're still kind of discombobulated on the right-hand side of the offensive line, and Gunner hasn't settled in. But they got Georgia at a great time last year. I mean, Carson Beck lost to Ole Miss on the road. He was in the midst of a terrible stretch where he was throwing 4+ picks a night, and I mean, they were in a bad way. Like, that was a desperation game for Georgia. You forget the context as the months go on, but I was bullish that, like, okay, if Ole Miss had more top end talent, I think, on the defensive line than Tennessee did last year, but Tennessee had multiple elite pass rushers in Omar Norman-Lott and James Pierce, and the fact that they could not get home sending 4 was a surprise, but also Banks not adjusting that, like, hey, you're not getting home before. You can't have Carson Beck drop back 40+ times and not get hit once. But that's what happened. So I was more stunned that Tennessee could not get home on Carson Beck and rattle him in similar ways to what Ole Miss and company did, because that was a great time to catch Georgia last year. And I understand it was a road game, so it was a little bit different. But Tennessee wasn't really rattled last year. They went into, it wasn't a traditional letdown spot for Heupel and on the road in the SEC. Like, I think Tennessee, by and large, I mean, they came out firing. I mean, the first quarter, they could have been up 14-0. They got up 10-0. They were tied at the half. Obviously, things didn't go the way you wanted to in the second half, but it wasn't like they imploded in the second half or anything. They just got gradually just beat down to submission by Georgia's tight ends. But I don't know. I felt, maybe it's me, but I did feel better last year. And I thought Nico also was turning the corner. Like, from the second half of the Alabama game on, we all felt better about Nico turning the corner. I mean, he was running with the football a lot more. He ran the ball well.
Free.
Yeah. Like, it's easy to forget. Like, a lot of time has passed. Yeah. I mean, Dylan Sampson was awesome and second half guy. And you're like, okay, we're tied at the half. And this is now Sampson's moment in the second half to kind of put the team on his back. And it didn't go that way, but I don't know. I will, even with hindsight being 2020, I will still say I felt better last year than this year.
Aren't people just talking about, like, the Georgia side of things more so than the Tennessee side of things?
That's what I was about to say.
Because I just feel like we have less this year. Like you don't have McCoy, you don't have Gibson, you got all these playmakers, Georgia. It's just really weird. It just seems like all the noise is being talked about Stockton coming to Neyland, and this is a big moment for Aguilar. He's not, say we want about being a home game. Like, Stockton's at least played in a college football playoff game. Aguilar what's the biggest crowd he's been in? Like, even though they're all going to be for him, different things like that. This is a big moment for him. Mm-hmm. Biggest moment of his football career.
He was in Death Valley last year.
And that was death.
That was not good.
Yeah.
No.
But he's got more here, and, it's a home game. But I'm just saying, it just seems like all the noise is what Georgia's bringing up here and not about our side of things, I feel like.
Well, I think that's why I still lean Georgia to win this football game. Mm-hmm. But that's why I don't think it's a ridiculous circumstance has to happen for Tennessee to win. It's not necessarily because of what Tennessee has right now. It's because of the issues that Georgia's presented through 2 weeks. The offensive line, while it's been injured, I mean, even if those two guys are able to go on Saturday, they're not going to be 100%. And if they're not able to go, then you're still working with an injured offensive line that has not looked good against two pretty weak opponents in Marshall and Austin Peay. And Gunnar Stockton's been, I guess you just kind of say okay. Like
Yeah.
he hasn't been horrible. He's not turning the ball over or anything, but their offense just has no explosive plays going for it right now. The only time they've kind of broke one was to Zachariah Branch, and it wasn't like it was a 73-yard strike to Braylon Staley that Joey Aguilar hit on. It was just kind of a catch and run situation. That's been a lot of what Georgia's done on offense so far. Is the RPO game. You're either handing it off or you're throwing it to the boundary on a screen or quick passes like that and getting 4 yards and essentially just running the ball through the air that way and methodically going down the field. I just don't know how much that's going to work against Tennessee's defense. I would assume they're going to try to test a Ty Redmond and some of the unproven guys in the secondary and things like that. But at the same time, if it's not clicking still, and it wasn't clicking against a Marshall or an Austin P, like how sustainable is it to go on these long methodical drives where you're getting down to 3rd and 1, and then you have to get a 3rd down rush and move the chains. I just don't know how much that's going to work against Tennessee. But on the other hand, how much is Tennessee going to be able to do against Georgia's defense? That's why I don't think it'll be as bad as some of the games last year for Tennessee offensively, but I think it'll be a lower scoring game all said and done. And then at that point, if it's lower scoring, it's probably within striking distance in the fourth quarter. You just can't ask for much more, I guess, in that circumstance.
Would y'all guess Tennessee, who've given up 26 plays through the air to this point of 10 plus yards this season? How many would you say they've given up 30 plus yards through the air?
So how many? So there's how many over
26,
20? And how
over
many
10.
of those are over 26 over 10?
Mm-hmm.
And how many of them are over 30?
Yeah,
0.
They should have at least one more in that ETSU game that got called back for illegal formation. But I'll guess it's just a handful. I don't think it's too many.
What do you think,
I
Garrett?
think Syracuse broke one in the first half, and then obviously 2, 3.
I'd say like 5.
0.
Really?
0 over 30 plus yards. And last year, they were the only team in the SEC that did not give up a pass play of 40 plus yards. Like, everyone's worried about Zachariah Branch, and I do think you need to put Boo Carter on him, and I think that is something to monitor. That's just not how Tennessee has also been buried in submission. It's the tight end stuff. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying the Zachariah Branch, though, that's not him getting downfield that you're concerned about.
Right.
That's him breaking a tackle on a bubble screen and going 50 yards because he is their Boo Carter. He's the best athlete on the field when he's there.
But when do you remember Tennessee breaking in that way? What was the last time a player has taken a screen 60 yards on Tim Banks' defense?
To me, it's not Zachariah Branch breaking time going 50 yards. It's Zachariah Branch getting the ball quickly in his hands and getting 8 yards and consistently doing that. Because I just don't think Georgia's all of a sudden going to find a way to just punish secondaries and take the top off defenses and have these explosive plays. I'm just more worried about, if you're looking at Zachariah Branch specifically, who is the best athlete on that team. It's and they can't stop him from getting 5 to 8 yards every time he touches the ball.
And when has Georgia's offense really been about that? Like in the Kirby era, like it seems like it's just been methodical, tight end, run the ball kind of game. I mean, they've taken their shots, but like it doesn't seem to be a big part of their offense to me.
It's just I think you're right, but I think this year's worse than it's ever been as far as getting explosive. I mean, you think back to what Carson Beck did to Tennessee last year. Like he was slinging that thing everywhere, and Tennessee did not have much of a response. But I just think that was a better team last year for Georgia, and I think it was a much better offensive line. So you have to expect Tim Banks to dial up the blitzes and maybe try to make life tough for Gunnar Stockton, who's still unproven on the road in this type of environment. And hopefully, for Tennessee's sake, you can also get there with 4, because that would obviously make a big difference as well when you don't have to send Edwin Spillman and Arian Carter and these guys on blitzes.
I don't think they're getting home with 4, but I do think the one spot
they haven't looked good on the offensive line, though.
I mean, on the right hand side,
Marshall and Austin P.
Well, Ernest Green is a huge hot and cold player. I was talking to a Georgia source about that this week. It's just Ernest Green, right tackle. That's the spot. And Tennessee, if Joshua Josephs, who leads Tennessee in sacks, 2 sacks through 2 weeks for Joshua Josephs, if he and Jordan Ross, because we're selling the Caleb Herring stock, like Caleb Herring's not had a good start to the year, he should be 3rd on the pecking order at Leo, and I think it should be Jordan Ross getting the majority of the snaps behind Joshua Josephs. But Jordan Ross is also going to be on some key 3rd down Rabbits package passes. Like Ross will be on the opposite side of Josephs, and I do think he's going to pressure Monroe Freeling on that left-hand side, but I think that's going to be a harder battle for him to win. But if Joshua Josephs can whip the right tackle for Georgia, like that changes a lot. And they're coming after Gunner's blind side. Like that is huge for Tennessee. And Juan Gaston started out of the gate at right tackle. I think Georgia's played 17 offensive linemen through 2 weeks have gotten snaps for Georgia. So they don't know their best 5. They don't know. I feel like they're going to rotate a little bit on Saturday, and Tennessee has to be able to take advantage of that. That's why the first quarter to me has to be an all-out, like, let's see what happens when the bullets are flying with Gunnar Stockton. Let's see what happens when Edwin Spillman and Aaron Carter are flying through the middle with Boo Carter on the perimeter, blitzing off the edge. Like, let's get in his face and see how he responds. Even if you get beat a couple times, whatever. Like, I want to see how Gunnar responds on the road in his first SEC road start. And a whole lot of pressure. Like, send 4 in the second and third quarter if it burns you a little bit. Like, that's okay. We'll go back. We got a little too aggressive. You won't be out of the game if you go too aggressive in the first quarter. For me, I want to see how he responds. I want to see what happens when you send Ross and Josephs against this offensive line. That, to me, could be gigantic for Tennessee because I think they need to jump on them in a hurry, and they need to see how Gunnar reacts.
As long as they're in third and long, though, too, right? Like, you got to make them
that has not been the case against Georgia.
Right, yeah. You got to win first and second down on Saturday, and Stockton's carried the ball second most times on the team. Like, he's carried it 16 times in 2 games, so that's going to be a big part that you got to focus on, too. So when you do blitz, he's got the running ability that most Georgia quarterbacks haven't had in the past, so... But, yeah, you just got to get them in third and long before you can send these guys. There's just going to be quick passing games of the branches of the world and whoever else, the tight ends, things like that. So, but, yeah, I agree.
If you lose this game because Gunnar Stockton just throws it all over the field, and it's not going to feel like that for Tennessee fans on Saturday night, but it's kind of just like, whatever. Like, what are you going to do about that?
No, that's more annoying because Carson Beck has, like, number 1 overall pick talent. Like, he actually has that.
Well, I'm not saying it's not annoying. I'm just saying, like, if you go into it and you're like, got to make Gunnar Stockton beat you, and he beats you, what are you going to do?
I guess it depends on the context. Like, how does he beat it? Does he sit in the pocket, in a clean pocket? And
sure.
Like,
yeah.
It's one of those things where I need to see that you've adapted to what you've seen in the past against Georgia. Like, the sending 4 against Georgia has not worked in the past.
So you're just playing man coverage against those receivers?
Yeah. I'm letting Colton Hood deserves the credit. I mean, Jalen McMurray. I mean, you look, if you put Boo on Zachariah Branch, you put Colton on Noah Thomas or Colby Young, and then you put Jalen McMurray on Dylan Bell.
So you don't have Redmond in this at all?
Redmond should not be thrown into the fire like this.
Okay.
He's going to have to play, though.
He's going to play, but I don't think he should start. Like, I think it should be McMurray on one side, Hood on the other, Boo at star, and then Farouk and Turrentine in the back end.
I would agree that if the game comes down to Tennessee has a 4-point lead, Georgia has the ball with 2 minutes left. Maybe 2013, exact situation. You have a touchdown lead. Georgia has the ball at the minute 50. Aaron Murray's got to march down the field. I would agree your best 5 is probably sliding Jalen McMurray back out to cornerback right now.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, that could be Ty Redmond could sustain himself and show as a true freshman that he's elite enough by the end of the year. Right now, I would agree, though. I would have a lot more faith in an experienced Jalen McMurray in that situation.
And I feel great about Ty Redmond long term. He's been
great.
It's a
tough ask. It's a really tough ask.
It's a really tough ask. And I just look, he's been a great find out of Milton, but it's kind of like David Sanders a little bit. It's been great through 2 weeks, but this is going to be very different against Georgia. Let's not lose some confidence here. Let's have him part of the rotation, same deal, and then ease him into it. You know, that's what I would do. When we come back, we'll continue the Tennessee conversation with Ryan Sylvia of Rocky Top Insider. Stick with us. It's The Chase right here on Fanrun Radio. Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and always streaming for free on that Fanrun Radio app.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball to score points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Here, here!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Here, here!
Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey.
Here, here!
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronaknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronaknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
It's the Chase right here on Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and always stream for free on that Fanrun Radio app. Ryan Sylvia of RockyTopInsider.com in studio with us on this fine Wednesday afternoon. We appreciate you guys joining us right here on the Chase from 1 to 3, Monday through Friday. Ryan Sylvia, matchup in this game that not enough people are talking about when it comes to Tennessee, Georgia is what for you?
I don't know if it's a matchup per se, but like I think special teams could actually be one of those things that could be a big deal. I think Texas A&M, now this is a home run play with the D. Williams punt return.
Yeah.
I think there's a possibility that if this does get a little ugly and neither offense can really sustain drives and get down the field, if Boo Carter can look like it was against ETSU, it's against a completely different caliber athlete. If Boo Carter can break a couple, not even necessarily score on them, but if he can get down the field and set up Tennessee's offense on the plus side of the field, like that could be a difference maker. And I think, rightfully so, you get caught up in the offense versus the defense and stuff, but just a couple punt returns could actually go a long way in this one, I think.
I mean, the fact that the scores have been projected to be so low, like 27-21 or 27-24, that's kind of like that Texas A&M Tennessee game from 2 years ago, where it could be kind of sloppy, like it could end up being a defensive trench warfare slugfest, where both teams just doesn't want to make the big mistake and are super conservative, maybe Heupel punts a lot more to pin Georgia up and make Gunner beat you. Because, we've seen aggressive Heupel in these rivalry games where he went for it from his own 10 last year against Florida. So we've seen both sides. And he was also getting his guys some work on Saturday where I think some fans were upset that he punted in certain spots where I don't think he would have punted against Georgia in those spots, but I think you kind of want to get some work and let Jackson Ross pin some guys up a little bit just to get those reps in. I do think Heupel's natural tendency is to go more aggressive rather than the other way there, but I do think it would not surprise me at all if Boo Carter, that was a big deal last year. Like if Boo takes out of the house, 14-0 is different than 10-0.
Absolutely.
And if he should have broken one on Saturday. It was just another dang punter who tripped him up at the one to get him out of there. But yeah, if Boo takes one to the house, that's very different. And Nealon's rocking. If Boo takes a kickback or takes a punt return back, obviously it didn't make much of a difference when it was rocking after Jalen Wright's 73-yard opener.
Sure.
But it It could be
think
something
about what was the blocked punt? I forget what year it was, maybe 2015, when Tennessee blocked the punt against Georgia and recovered it for a touchdown. Like that's one of the premier loud Neyland Stadium moments in all the montages. It'd be that level.
They did that in Athens too in the early 2000s. Do you remember that, Brett?
Yes. Yeah.
What year was that?
I don't know. I might have to go back and look. It was definitely early 2000s though.
Also, didn't Tennessee Georgia in 2020? Didn't we block a Georgia punt early in that game? In the rain?
That game was. We were talking about that on the RTI podcast this morning because Sean was like, I mean, games haven't been close since or whatever. And I was like, 20. People forget halftime of 2020, Knoxville, Tennessee. I know it was in Athens, but the people of Knoxville, Tennessee were rocking at halftime of that game. They were feeling good about their 2020 Vols.
What was the score at halftime?
Tennessee was winning, weren't they?
I think they were winning off the top of my head, but that's the one where I'm pretty certain Tennessee. I think it went over Georgia's head.
They
I think
lost
the punter
44-21, and they were winning 21-17 at halftime.
Okay,
if I just go all plays.
What a weird year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Was that a James Coley year?
A what
for Georgia? James Coley, was he the offensive coordinator that year?
I have no clue.
He was bad, but now he's back wide receiver coach at Georgia.
Georgia fumbled its first drive after 2 plays.
He was the OC in 2019, the bad year before.
What I think you're probably thinking of is team run for a loss of 30 yards. Team is Georgia, fumbled, recovered by Kevon Bennett for a touchdown on the second play of the game. Not a block kick, but
okay.
I would assume it doesn't look like there's a block kick in here.
I think it went over their head, if I remember correctly.
I think it was a bad snap.
Yes. Man, that feels like forever ago. That was a long time ago.
There are some names on this Tennessee football team. I mean, Roman Harrison was balling out.
Yeah. Balling out's a little strong.
He led the team in tackles.
Blocking out.
Did he lead how does a Leo lead the team in tackles? That's kind of wild.
That's not back. Wasn't the. Sorry, he led the team in sacks. I can't.
Okay. I was going to say
I'm illiterate. Henry To'oTo'o led the team in tackles.
Now that checks out. I think Arion Carter leads the team in tackles again. Back to back, potentially.
I think that's fair. Josh Palmer, 71 receiving yards. Attaboy.
Josh Palmer's great.
Eric Gray led the team in rushing with 25 yards.
Oof. Eric Gray's, do you think he's one of those guys who's kicking himself? He should have stayed. Like Eric Gray, that was whiff. Like you come back for one more year. He was okay at Oklahoma.
We're in a bad spot.
Yeah, I don't know if I can blame anyone.
Tion Evans, man.
He had in the matter.
Tion Evans, my favorite. What if of the Vols?
I mean, those 6 games he played, he was electric.
Dude, Tion Evans, man. Let me tell you about Tion Evans.
I feel like you're saying his name wrong.
Yeah, is it not Tyon?
Yeah.
Is it not Tyon? Is it Tion or Tyon?
I feel like you're
Tyon.
Yeah, I think it's Tyon Evans.
I wasn't going to say anything, but we could be wrong.
It's been 5 years.
We could be the ones that are wrong. So
okay.
I don't know.
If you could name where Kevon Bennett plays football right now, I'd give you $50.
God, I have no clue.
The fact you're asking me that. Is this a trick question? I'm going to say no. He doesn't play football anymore.
He plays for the Jacksonville Sharks in the Indoor Football League after playing his final seasons at Arkansas State.
Is indoor different than arena? Is there now an indoor football league? And
I'm assuming the IFL is the Indoor Football League, right?
Interesting. Did arena because they used to be the Jacksonville. Ooh, I knew this because Joe Hamilton, former Georgia Tech quarterback, was the quarterback of that AFL Jacksonville team. Georgia Force, shout out to them. I have a Georgia Force signed ball. I caught it in the stands with my dad. Yeah,
congrats,
dude. Georgia Force. It was. There's the highlight factory for the Atlanta Hawks. The real highlight factory was the Georgia Force. Arena football games were a blast, man.
Nashville Cats. I always remember watching them play.
Nashville Cats.
I think Andy didn't it?
Oh, Jacksonville Predators. That's what they were. The Jacksonville Predators. Yeah.
Tyon Evans isn't on the 2021 Tennessee roster online, which is ridiculous.
Mm.
They just booted him completely.
Yeah, they said.
Oh yeah, that was
one of my favorite Tennessee games. Like, it didn't feel fair. Mizzou fired their defensive line coach after that game.
I don't blame them.
Like that was one of those where Tennessee. I mean, they were over 700 yards of offense in that game, right? Against Mizzou.
God, they must. I mean, and that was not even like that game was over by the end of the first quarter.
I mean, that game was over the first long run. We were like, oh yeah, this is done. This is done. Well, go to great time.
What is your matchup for the weekend, Chase?
My matchup for the weekend, I mean, number one is still Leo versus Tennessee or Georgia's right tackle. Like, I want to see how Ernest Green handles Joshua Josephs and James Pierce. I would love James Pierce in this game, and Jordan Ross. I think those if Tennessee can win there and get consistent pressure off the edge, they have not gotten the last couple of years because Georgia's pretty shaky on that right spot, then I really want to see that. The other one is Tennessee's wide receivers versus Georgia's corners. Like, Georgia has just completely overwhelmed them physically the first 4 years in the series. Dante Thornton, your best receiver last year, did not do anything against Georgia. Didn't have a catch, I believe, in that ball game. So for me, two young, extremely talented guys in Staley and Matthews. But, I mean, Brazel has 14 receptions, 2 TDs through 2 weeks. He leads Tennessee in those categories. Like, Brazel's been a pleasant story here in year 2. Can you win one-on-one against Dalen Everett? Because he's probably going to get matched up with him a lot. Like, are you going to be able to win against Robinson and Aguero and Maddox and these guys that Georgia's going to throw at you that you have not been able to win one-on-ones? I mean, Heupel talked about it this week. Like, you got to win some one-on-ones. I'm not asking Matthews and Staley to win the majority of the time. They got to win some, because Joey Aguilar he could ball out, whatever. If those guys aren't winning one-on-one on the perimeter and they are getting thrown to the ground and because it's not getting called. Like, Georgia's holding and pass interference stuff, like, it's not going to happen very often, if ever. Like, you're going to have to figure out what to do when they are very aggressive in your face. It's not going to be the same as what you've seen the first 2 weeks. And I think they got a taste last year in Columbus, because Ohio State, one of the best passing defenses in the country last year. You had Caleb Downs and a whole lot of other talent on that Buckeye defense that you had to deal with. So Staley got 50 snaps in that game, so he got some run there. But I do think it's just a totally different animal with Georgia on the perimeter. So I don't think Tennessee can win this game if those receivers,
especially the refs, are letting them play.
And that's what's going to happen. Like, Georgia does not get called in the series. Like, that's how Georgia. Who was I talking to last night? I think it was Garrett when we were talking with Caleb. I think the point he made of, like, it's kind of the Rick Barnes thing, where Rick Barnes establishes this defense first mentality where, like, you get away with a lot more defensively. Yeah, it's like, you know what you're signing up for. You can't call a foul on every defensive, because you could. Like, every defensive possession for Tennessee, you could call a foul somewhere, but you're not going to do that. So when you have that precedent established, I think Georgia gets more wiggle room on that front. So I would not be surprised if Georgia does not get called for blatant holding and pass interference, but that won't decide the game. The ultimate part of it is, what is Tennessee going to do to respond? Is Tennessee going to win some of these battles? Are these young blue chippers going to win against guys that are also young and talented? It's like, you have to win some. Like, it cannot be all on Aguilar, everything else. Like, they have to win on the perimeter for the first time in this series.
I love Braylon Staley in this game. I don't know why. That's just a complete vibes take right there. But I think this is a game that Braylon Staley, I'm not going to say it's Jalen Hyatt against Alabama or anything even remotely close to that, but I feel like this is going to be a game that cements Braylon Staley as a very valid option in the slot.
I hope so. I mean, Braylon was playing 2 wide receiver sets. Like, Tennessee is going to show some different stuff that Kirby and that defense has not seen on tape. A lot more pistol, a lot different. Like, they lived in 11 personnel. We're going to see what that looks like. But I don't know. Do you think Tennessee can win this game and Miles Gisman, like last year, leads them in receiving?
I think it would definitely tank the odds of them winning. Could they? Yeah. It would just have to be ugly. It would like not Stetson Bennett. Gunnar Stockton would have to be pretty bad and turn the ball over.
Yeah, I feel like if I don't see in the box score Sunday morning that Braylon Staley led Tennessee in receiving, I don't think Tennessee has a shot of pulling the upset.
Or Chris Brazel or Mike Matthews? Or
I think it's Staley. I think the slot, I think it's Staley has to be the leader to me. I think Staley, if you have 90 plus or 100 plus yards from Braylon Staley in this game, I think Tennessee's got a good shot, because I think that means you probably had a couple big chunk play touchdowns. Brazel's not that guy. Brazel is someone in the red zone where you make it work. Like, Brazel, I think, will be good, but I think, to me, maybe you could throw in Matthews too, but I think it's going to be easier for them to win in the slot here with where Georgia's at defensively right now in their secondary. To me, if Braylon Staley has a great day, that gives me the best. That makes me feel the best about Tennessee's chance of winning outright.
Does Joey Aguilar throw for over 200 yards?
Yes.
Okay. So I think that's it's not a hot take. He should throw for over 200 yards.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's reasonable to think there's a chance he goes under.
It's probably not good for Tennessee if he goes under 200 yards in this game.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Does that mean the rushing game's working, though?
Tennessee's not going to win this game with the rushing game only. Like, we've seen that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Well, if you're putting it that way, then the tight end play, because at that point, you wouldn't have enough explosive plays because if then you would just be doing 12 personnel where it's just rushing the ball and tight ends basically.
Yeah, you're not winning. You're not beating Georgia.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you're winning the game if Kitzelman's leading in receiving yards because then your most explosive play was probably less than 20, 25 yards.
Yep.
I think you have to pop a 50, 60-yard touchdown at least once, maybe twice if you're going to win this game.
That's 100% where I'm at. Like, if we are in the third quarter and there's no 60-plus yard touchdown play from Tennessee, I don't think they're winning that game.
All right. I think there's a chance. I don't think you necessarily need that. It would obviously help.
You were in the game last year, and what Nico threw for total?
Nico's what stood out to him
wasn't
about
it
the
a
game.
1-score game like in the fourth quarter?
Right,
and everybody was mad that Heupel didn't go for it on like that fourth just inside the midfield, and you're down 7, and you ended up punting, and I think Georgia went right back down the field. So, I mean, it's definitely doable, especially if your defense is playing well.
Nico threw last year. Nico threw for 167 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And Tennessee was in the fourth quarter, down a touchdown with the ball.
The key was, though, you didn't win.
Yeah. Yes, so, you're right.
I mean, to win, I think you have to, because if you add a 60-yard touchdown to that, that's 220 yards passing, and then that's over that 200 number. If I could bring something up about the special teams, too, about what Caleb was saying on the podcast with us last night, he was saying Gilbert, he made his last 14 field goals in a row.
He's been hot since the Mississippi State, since the Kentucky game.
Mississippi
State was the bounce back.
4 over 50 yards. Like, that's a big development to have that, like, you have a field goal kicker that, like, I don't want to jinx him, but you feel extremely good that he can make a kick. Like, that's very beneficial in a game like this, that you don't feel like you're going to be wasting points on the board when you get inside your own 50.
Memphis Max, man. He's electric right now.
And Jackson Ross has been not just a fun to watch rugby, but like he's sat in the pocket and let some boots go too now. So like Jackson Ross was very good. He's turning into a weapon too, which I think you have to like. Real quick, 2020 Tennessee Georgia trivia. Who caught a touchdown for the University of Georgia that game?
Was there only one?
There's 2.
Okay.
One of them you won't get. Neither of them you'll probably get, but one of them is an awesome trivia fact.
Ooh.
That I completely forgot happened until I saw this in the stat sheet. He had 1 catch for 1 yard.
I have no clue. I don't remember.
1 catch for 1 yard. Garrett, do you got something for this?
No.
It was the one and only Jalen Carter.
I was like, it had to be an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman based on that. But I was like, did they really? Jalen Carter caught a touchdown?
Yeah, Jalen Carter got a 1 yard touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, true freshman Jalen Hyatt. 1 catch for -6 yards.
I don't even really remember that game to be like I do, but like the 2020 season is just it just isn't like a very memorable experience.
Yeah. Here's
nobody in the crowd.
Another quick fun fact:
Jermaine
Burton fumbled the ball for Georgia in that game before he transferred to Alabama.
Goodness gracious! Yeah,
that game is just a hilarious.
Is any part of this game Heupel versus Kirby? Or a lot of it? Because Kirby's owned Heupel.
This is I was saying this earlier today as well over on the RTI show. If you take the names out of it, much crazier things have happened than the number 15 team being the number 6 team at home. But the number 6 team's Georgia and Kirby Smart, and Tennessee hasn't been able to do it, which is why I think it feels really overwhelming to even think about Tennessee winning this game. If you take the names out of it, which you can't, and Georgia has the right to be a feared team at this point, like they've done the work to be a feared name, but if you take the names out of it, crazier things have happened than the 15 team being the number 6 team at home.
I mean, heck, Kirby's beat everybody except Saban, basically. I mean, he's owned almost everyone he's coached.
He beat Saban
once.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about, Saban still pretty much owned him.
I mean, yeah.
How many times
he still beat him for a national title. That still feels pretty good.
Yeah, but, he also got, 2nd and 26th on his...
He did.
They should have won that one.
Because they haven't beaten Alabama, I think, in Atlanta. That's when... Bama's still.
But Kirby came from Saban and all that. Like, why is Heupel so successful playing against Bama? Like, even that year with Saban, just going up and down the field. But then he gets in front of Kirby, can't do anything.
Kirby's the best defensive mind in the sport. I think that just is part of the
got a lot to prove this year to me, especially in the conference. Their offense has struggled.
Are you ready to move on from Heupel, Brett?
He's got to do something.
Oh, goodness gracious!
Got to win Saturday.
All right, that's going into hour 2.
Hot seat.
If he doesn't win on Saturday, he's out for you.
He's got to beat Georgia. Do something. He's lucky he's off their schedule starting next year, probably.
I'm sorry. Has he not beaten Florida and Alabama 2 of the last 4 years? Is that not enough for you?
I don't know.
Georgia goes.
I'm going to start wondering if Golish was the mastermind.
Tennessee goes 11-1 with the loss to Georgia. Got to get him out of here.
Brett, he has a high bar to clear, man. Goodness gracious. But it's all right. Things are pretty good. Have you seen the train wreck at Florida right now?
I mean, that's just great. We're getting Kentucky year in and year out.
I love
twice.
Yeah, might as well put them every week.
Yeah,
I don't want every week. You don't want to overdo it. You just want to preserve the best rivalry in college football. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation on Tennessee men's hoops. There's a whole lot of Tennessee men's hoops going on right now as well, so we'll talk about that with Ryan Sylvia, Rocky Top Insider. Stick with us. It's The Chase right here on Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and always streaming for free on that Fanrun Radio app.
Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever the they're calling it these days at Fox Sports Knox. Fox Sports Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Airlines have just reduced their prices even more. Book 30 days in advance and save big.
Want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets? Then call the Low Cost Airlines Travel Hotline right now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. The only way to access our low rates and save up to 70% is to call. Save hundreds on your vacation tickets by calling right now. You can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-631-1754. 800-631-1754. 800-631-1754. That's 800-631-1754.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Chase right here on Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and watching for free on Fanrun Radio app. Man, just when I get the fast Furious music playing here. I just don't even want to like dive back into the show. I'm just kind of jamming out over here for the good folks on youtube.com/FanRunSports. It's just I feel kind of like how Ryan Shumpert feels when the Chase intro comes on. I mean, he's rocking out.
He was dancing.
He Shump loves it. Like, but it's actually more of Jack Foster's alley. Like Jack Foster is the metal guy.
Yeah,
like,
Jack loves it too.
Yes, I mean Jack is all about it though. Jack goes to Avenged Sevenfold shows, Metallica. Jack Foster is really into that stuff.
I don't know if that song's ever played without you making a comment on it.
What do you mean?
That song, the Fast and Furious song, fires Chase Thomas up.
Love it
every time. It's awesome.
It's a great series of movies, great films. We were talking before I went to break. I was going to make a reference to Along Came Polly with Philip Seymour Hoffman and Ben Stiller, and because it was topical to what Sylvia and I were talking about, and never seen it. Never going to see it.
No, never.
Sylvia doesn't watch any movies outside of Star Wars. Like that's what will get him back into the theater to go see Phantom Menace for the 7th time. But anything else is off the table for.
I like some kids movies, some like Pixar.
Okay.
Some low stakes.
You're not a high stakes movie guy, so
No,
there's
I'm not,
zero
no.
chance you watch the new. Like my wife and I, we the new HBO Max show. I don't know, Brett. Are you an HBO Max guy?
Yeah.
Did you watch Mayor of Easttown?
No.
Okay, Mayor of Easttown with the Kate Winslet
Mhm.
from Titanic.
Yeah.
It's great. A couple years ago, great stuff. They have a new one from that same creator. The guy from Ozark's in it, and then Mark Ruffalo is also in it. Two guys. It's kind of a True Detective vibe in a lot of ways, but what is it called? Track, I think is what it's called, or what is that HBO Max new show called? But
yeah.
Task.
It
Great
just
stuff.
came out.
Yeah,
yesterday
Sunday
or
was the
so.
first
Or
episode.
Sunday, okay, yeah.
Did you watch the?
I haven't.
Ooh,
I'm on that Terminal Wolf no, that's Prime, I think.
which one?
Terminal. It's called Terminal Wolf, I think.
Wolf?
Or something. Terminal.
The Terminalist Dark Wolf.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, it's the guy from Friday Night Lights.
Yes.
Okay. And Chris Pratt's in it. This is kind of a stacked cast.
Yeah.
Is it good?
I do. I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you will. I don't know.
Tim Riggins, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Friday Night Lights
All
first.
State.
All State. You're a coward,
Yeah.
Riggins.
He had a tough life on that show.
Great character though.
Incredible.
He was
yeah.
built. There's never like that's a perfect casting. Like in a lot of that show. I mean, obviously Kyle Chandler with Coach Taylor was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You go through it, and you're like Matt Saracen with Zach Gifford. He was great. I actually interviewed Luann Stevens a couple years ago.
Did
Who
you
was
really?
Grandma
Nice.
Saracen. Love her. She's super nice. Huge Dallas Stars fan. Like she has Dallas Stars season tickets. But yeah, she's on Longmire now. I don't know if Longmire's still going, but super nice lady. Could not A+. Friday Night Lights, great show, and also it's not on any streaming service. Hasn't been. I've been trying to get my wife to watch it and go back through it, but it's not on anything anymore. Got taken off all of them, and so I thought about
I'm
just
sure it'll
buying
make
it.
pop up. I'm sure it just doesn't pop up this time of year.
But it should. This is the time of year to pop up
when high school starts.
Yeah.
And things like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
A lot of good. But we're at the
The
busy
movie
time.
with Billy Bob is on there, I believe. The Friday Night Lights movie.
Oh yeah,
Permian High School.
yeah. It's a good movie.
Yep.
There you go. Well, hey, whenever you need some TV watching, when you're like, hey, we need some pregame or this Friday night before Tennessee, Georgia, and you're like, what do we look? Brett and I have you covered on some prestige TV.
I'm surprised you have a TV because as much as you say you read and do other stuff,
Yeah,
I just
good
didn't know
point.
TV was like
That's a good point.
on your list or where it falls on your list
Also,
or in your acts.
if you're watching TV on Friday night instead of Colorado, Houston, Kansas State, Arizona, get some Nico action at 10 p.m. You're a sicko if you're not watching college
Nico's on
football.
Friday this week?
Nico's on Friday at 10 p.m.
Mexico.
Yep.
New That's the one game they should win, right?
I know. I was like, there's a new in front of that one. He's not taking on Mexico, but
No, he's playing New Mexico.
He'd lose to
Yes.
them too.
that was funny. That was kind of jarring. He's like, Mexico. And I was like, well,
Chase is usually
Close.
at the high school field watching a blowout.
well, that is
Yeah.
true. It's been the case.
I don't know where you're going this week.
I might go to Farragut Bradley Central,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, I
TBD.
need it to
Find
be a
out
good
next.
game. I need a good game, man. It's just
Well, you
brutal.
keep picking them. Like Alcoa Gibbs. Why in the world would you think that would be a good one to go to?
regional matchup.
It's Alcoa versus Gibbs. Alcoa's won 20 straight state championships or whatever it is.
Look, man, I'm doing my best out here.
Gibbs is, I don't even know what they're. Morgan Wallen.
I mean, Gibbs is good. They had a good year last year. They might have won double-digit
Not
games last year.
Alcoa good though.
I mean, hey,
I'm just saying. You went Northview the first week versus whoever that was.
Carter.
Yeah.
Carter looked good.
And the week before that.
Well, the week after I was at West and Maryville. Yeah.
Well, that sounds good on paper.
And it was, I mean, historically, the last 4 years, it's a big time game. It did not go that way.
Yep.
I'm doing my best, Brett.
That's fine.
Doing my best.
You know, Boo's not playing though Friday for Bradley Central though. Right?
I do know that. Marcus
They'll be
Corey.
wearing his jerseys, maybe.
Yeah.
Are they?
I forgot about that. They
No,
have
he's like it's
little patch on
a
him.
little
with
patch
the,
on
with the
him.
ghost.
He paid for him. I guess
didn't
it's
know
probably
that.
part of him.
Wait, no, I thought that was for Brainerd. I didn't think that was for Bradley Central. I thought he did that for Brainerd.
I just assumed it was Bradley Central since he went there.
No, he started at Brainerd.
Oh, did he really?
I could be wrong, but I thought he did this for Brainerd, not for Bradley Central.
Oh, okay.
I do remember that story, but I thought it was Brainerd who I saw that with the Boot Carter deal. I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's funny.
It was Brainerd?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there you go. So, yeah, Bradley Central, though. Rivals of Cleveland. We'll go see them. I haven't seen them in person. See the Farragut Admirals, Coach Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
Might do that on Friday. Because I was going to do Gatlinburg, Pittman, Fulton. I don't know if I have the juice. It's been a long week. I don't know if I have the juice to do GP. Shout out to Coach Williams. Yeah, it's up there.
Oh, yeah.
But I really want to go to that stadium. Like you have, I'm a big black bear
time of
guy.
year, yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like if I have an opportunity to see a black bear up close, potentially, great stuff. They're great. I've read. This is going to surprise none of you. I've read 2 books on black bears, and big fan.
Pamphlets or books?
Books.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them is like a guy who lived out in not Tahoe, or was he? But he was a famous guy who in that area. But that was part of his deal as a wilderness guide and all that kind of stuff. But he was great, and it's a great, fascinating read on how they work. And I mean, bears remember since a year later, and they'll travel back. They're like
They just walk the streets up there.
Yeah. I mean, they're just.
You don't have to go to a trail.
They're big raccoons. Like they're happy-go-lucky. You're just.
Yeah.
They just want to feast on some trash and hang out. They're kind of hippie bears.
Okay.
Grizzlies, it's a different type of deal.
Stay away.
Not just stay away. Like you got to run. Like you're in some trouble. You're one-on-one in the grizzly bear situation. You're in for a tough time. Black bear, hey, just be big, all that kind of stuff, and don't be afraid. But yeah, big black bear guy.
Yeah, I like black bears.
Have a black bear coffee mug.
There you go.
I love it.
Perfect.
But yeah, I'm not gonna make it to Gatlinburg, Pittman. It doesn't look like it's just that's a lot going into game day on Saturday with Tennessee, Georgia. So I don't know. It seems like Farragut, Bradley Central is leader in the clubhouse right now. Aton Berg has made it to campus. Ryan Sylvia, Clarence Masamba highlights where look, Ryan Shumpert liked that video, by the way, not to put friend of the program, Ryan Shumpert, on blast here, but he has been dismissing my Clarence Masamba buzz all summer. And for him to like that video that Tennessee put out of Clarence Masamba hitting an open 3 at the top of the key.
The one where he set his screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Masamba looks the part, man. And
I agree.
100%. And Shumpert was just tempering those expectations. And then the audacity for Shump to like that video when he has been a skeptical Clarence Masamba rotation guy in 2025, 2026. So I just, I've let the record show. I have been all in on Clarence Masamba as a long-term plug and play 2-guard. But now Berg is in the fold. And Berg obviously played Eurobasket. He kept winning. His team kept winning. And he hung around. But now he's back. He's got 2 years at Tennessee if he wants to use them with the ruling there. Combo guy. He's not really a 2. He's not really a 1. But the competition there is going to heat up. He's obviously behind significantly in terms of his offseason workouts and everything else. We still got a little over a month to get acclimated, in the crash course there. Ryan Sylvia, do you think there's a chance that he will have enough time to vault his way up to the top of the 2-guard starting lineup? And how excited should Vol fans be about his addition as the 15th guy for Tennessee this season?
I'll say this first: 3 years of eligibility.
Oh, I got 2.
I had to double check because you convinced me. You said it so convincingly.
I guess I always assumed it was 2, and he got 3.
I think the thought going into it was probably 2, but yeah, he ended up getting 3. He's already 22 years old, so that's certainly could be a 25-year-old Tennessee basketball guard, which certainly helps his development by the end of the road. But he's someone that you have to be somewhat curious about how quick he could learn everything and get used to things. And enter the season full steam, because I mean the season's not that far away. Like I know basketball's the last thing most people in Knoxville think about right now, but the season's kind of right around the corner, and he's just now getting to campus, so that does add a whole element to it. It could also mean that maybe kind of get your feet wet out of conference play a little bit, and then by conference play you're hoping he hits full steam. I think he's someone that could contribute this year. Will he be the starter? I'm not sure. I think it would be a little. Just because of the late entrance to the team, I think maybe it'd be a little surprising if he could catapult his way up the roster that quickly. But also, if he does, maybe that's just such a great sign of what he does bring to the table. So with him, it's, I don't know. Like you talked to Justin Gainey, the assistant associate head coach for Tennessee, and he was asked about just what that timeline is going to look like and what they think about what he could bring to the table. And even Gainey was kind of like, just kind of have to wait and see. Like, who knows? He could hit the ground running, and it could just be an immediate plug and play. He's your starting two, whatever, and go from there. Or it could take him a year, or it could take him, part of the offseason or part of it. Like, you just kind of have to wait and see. So it's tough to I guess, firmly have a take on it when even the coaching staff's like, we'll see what happens.
It's kind of wild that we were one guy away from Rodney Rice just being the 35-plus minute guy at the 2. This year to we might have 4 guys playing 12 minutes a piece early on this year.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I think early in the season will probably be more of a carousel, just to see who sticks and who doesn't. They are. It's just that one part of the roster where it's like, man, if they could have somehow landed, got the money, or did whatever that needed to happen to land one of those primary targets at shooting guard, this would have really, not that it's not a really good roster right now, but it would have completed it. I guess the rotation would be so much clearer.
But I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. This playing out, you have options. He's 15 deep. It's not one of those things where last year they were just kind of out of options. It's like, hey, we're down to 8 guys. This is our team. We left some scholarships open. We had some injuries. Mm-hmm. Some guys left the team. We're just we have what we have, and it worked out in a way where Barnes knew he had 8 or 9 guys, and that was his rotation, and that was just the roles were clearly defined by the second half of the season and beyond. I love that there's going to be a lot of competition here between Masamba, Berg, Boswell, and Amari Abram. And we'll see who ultimately wins that one. I would still be... The one thing I worry about with Berg is what is the tread on the tires here? Because he's had a busy summer. He's an older player. I kind of wonder if they need to be careful with him for the next couple months and maybe ease him into the minutes anyway. I just think his wear and tear... I mean, he wasn't playing a whole lot down the stretch for a Eurobasket, but it's just... He has had more wear and tear than anybody else this spring and summer, right?
I guess. I'm not sure how much that'll play a factor. You kind of just need him to get in the mix of things. There's not a lot of time to have him sit around and try to adjust. So, I mean, theoretically maybe, but at the same time, I don't think it'll change too much of what they want to do with him early now that he's on campus in terms of getting him integrated into everything that Tennessee basketball is doing.
I'm excited for it, though. Him, Masamba. There's just a lot of
surely one of them pans out, right?
That's my whole thing. You're
giving yourself options.
And I want Amari Abram to be the souped up 6th or 7th man. I want him to be able to lead the second unit, to just be a high volume scorer for a little bit when the offense gets stagnant with the second unit. If you can have him create off the dribble a little bit when Jacoby Gillespie sits, that'd be huge. That's kind of what I want. If he's playing 35 minutes a night, I don't think that's the best scenario for Tennessee. I think the best scenario is Berg, or I'll say Berg winning this job and just being a plug and play vet a lot. Because then you have 2 veteran backcourt leaders in Berg and Gillespie to help the true freshmen, Nate and
Are you just saying veteran because he's old?
Yeah, I mean, he's 22. He's played a lot of basketball. He's played professionally. He's that guy. I mean, he should be coming in as a pros pro where he.
Yeah. And European basketball is not wildly different than college basketball. That's something that Clarence Masamba talked about too, where he was he played at least 1 year over in Gainesville, high school basketball, and he was like, the high school basketball is ridiculously different. No one it's you're not playing together. It's a lot of just doing your own thing at the high school level. But obviously he played over in France, and he's like, college basketball, it's trending a lot towards that overseas team, team first, pass the ball, do all those different types of things. So, I mean, it is funny to call him a veteran when he hasn't played a single minute of college basketball. But I mean, I guess he is 22. You would hope that he has some experience to draw back on.
I'm just using these guys to pick up 94 feet, guard the other team's best player, save Gillespie's legs, because you're going to need him, 35 plus minutes, because you don't really have, until we see the season, another guy that can kind of run the offense to me, unless you want to use a men as a point forward type occasionally.
Well, you hope Bishop Boswell can do it a little bit.
See, that's who I think is going to start.
You think Boswell's going to start?
just because he starts doesn't mean he's going to play the most minutes.
I mean,
just
that'd still
think
be an
he's been
upset
a-
if he started.
Really?
I think it's an upset, right?
I would say that's not. I would still go Amar Abram because of what he brings on the defensive end. Like, he's built to be a pretty good defender that
Yeah.
can guard, another team's one of their best players. So I think that's probably the most natural fit still would be
Is
him.
the conference more loaded at guard or like the forward post position?
That's
Like,
a good question.
Like, I know Florida's got the guard and got all of it, and Kentucky's probably got all of it the way back and things like that. But most years it seems like it's been the guard heavy kind of conference. I feel like wing.
Yeah,
I mean,
most
Auburn's best player.
Bama's always had Sears or Brandon Miller. Or,
I would say more guard. I mean, Broom's gone, and their main hub is going to be
Pettiford.
Petaway, and I think this year in particular, I would say probably more guard.
I would say usually the best players in the league, like the handful of best players, most of them are guards. But not every team, but all the good teams have a big that's at least physical around the rim.
Right.
Like even Tennessee, when you're looking at, not that Felix Okpara is dropping 20 a game,
right?
But that's a good center that maybe you don't have to defend on a post up, but you have to respect the lob threat, and then he's an elite defender. So I think you kind of need to have a competent big. Like, you're not going to go very far without one. But I think just as far as who do you have to defend? Who's the number one option on the other team? I feel like, I would say this year it's probably more guards without looking into it too much, just kind of off the top of my head.
When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. A little more basketball, a little more Tennessee, Georgia. Stick with us. It's The Chase right here on Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and always streaming for free on that Fanrun Radio app.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Central wide receiver Javastin Badgett. Badgett helped lead the Bobcats to a 29-21 win over West last week. Badgett had an eye-popping 12 catches for 230 yards and 2 touchdowns as Central improved to 2-1 on the season. Javastin Badgett of Central High School, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Hey, football fans, this is Stats.
And this is the Sheik, and together we are the Cover Boys, and we cover college football like no one else.
Each week, we preview all the big games in college football, and we may not tell you who's going to win, but we'll tell you who's going to cover.
Our patented right sides are clicking at 66% against the spread all time.
So join us right here every Friday evening at 8 for the Cover Boys on the official voice of Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
And enjoy the winners, everyone.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Hi, I'm Bo Cregner with the Cregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, the real estate market, like all other markets impacted by the economy, is changing all the time. And it's never been more important to be personally represented by a trusted real estate specialist. I can't emphasize enough how important it is when selling or buying to be individually represented. Call me today for a free consultation. My number is 865-742-1035, and my website is boknowshouses.com.
It's the Chase right here on Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and always streaming for free on that Fanrun Radio app. We're doing Mount Rushmore during the break in animals here on this side of the glass. It's pretty great stuff.
That is thrilling.
Got to pick 4. Raccoon.
Yeah.
Goat. Elephant. And I was really struggling on a 4th. I was throwing out squirrels. I was throwing out some sort of bird, maybe a hawk or an eagle.
Hawks are cool.
I said we agreed. I was like, you want to say dog, but like I'm not a 6-year-old. That's a very juvenile pick.
Well, it's also like
dog.
I have pet dogs. Like I'm not just throwing out a random dog. Like Khaleesi is on the Mount Rushmore for me. No,
you can't pick a specific.
Yeah,
dog.
you can't do that. No,
dogs are awesome.
Dogs are awesome.
Yeah, but you can't put on your Mount Rushmore favorite animals.
Why?
Because which one are you putting on?
What do you mean?
Like it's not just
you
dog.
can pick I'll allow a dog breed.
It's like saying bird. You can't just say
they're different elephants and.
There's African and Indian elephants, and they do have some small differentials.
Okay. Do you know, like bison? Most people think are buffaloes here in the United States, but they're all bison.
They're all bison?
I believe so. I don't think there are actually any buffaloes in the United States.
Some in Colorado.
I think those are bison. Like I think the thing that runs out.
I don't know.
I'm not even kidding.
Pretty sure Caden Salter's a buffalo.
Hold on, buffaloes runs out with a bison. I'm 99% with a.
They don't do that anymore, right? Didn't they get rid of that?
I think he's back. I think they're replacing
buffalo
him.
or bison running
They're getting
out?
a new one. See, it is a bison named Ralphie. They're bison.
Yeah, but Caden Salter is a buffalo.
Caden Salter is a buffalo.
And he's in Colorado.
So Ralphie the 6th recently retired to a ranch due to indifference to running. Same. Meaning the team will start the 2025 season without her and are training a replacement. Well, good luck. We know what it's like to train a replacement.
There's a lot of similarities right now between Colorado and Tennessee's football programs, and it all comes down to their living mascot.
Yeah. Shout out to Ralphie the 6th.
I don't know.
How long did it? 6th?
That's a good question. How long? I mean, arthritis comes for us all at a certain age. I'm dealing with it in my foot and knee. Ralphie had a good run. But also there's a bison farm if you go on the way to the Smoky Mountains and going towards the Townsend way. Bison farm, you can go right up to him. I would see him up close. But
I think there's one because we go to Rocky Top Sports World for soccer a lot.
Yeah,
I know that little back way they take you.
Do you know? Is that the same one we're talking about?
I don't know. It's right off the road, right there. Just like
they're in like
maybe
a farm,
halfway up the. Okay, and people pull over and they can like.
Yes.
Okay,
we're talking about the same thing.
Cool. Didn't you say Townsend?
I thought it was on the way to Townsend. Is it? Not?
I don't know. I guess maybe you go to Townsend that same way.
Yeah,
but I know we go some way that comes out at whatever highway that is.
Well, we stopped. There was a day we went to go hike in the Smoky Mountains.
It probably is the same one.
But it's pretty cool. Did you stop?
No.
Oh.
No. They're never like close enough to where, like how long do you have to wait? Do you got to call them? I don't know.
It's a good question. I'm not an expert, but bison are up there. They might be on my Mount Rushmore. They're cool animals.
Really?
I love a bison.
Top 4?
I love elk. Big elk guy.
Okay. I like moose.
Yeah, moose, elk. Same
genre.
Same genre.
Deer.
I don't mind a deer. I like a doe more though than a buck.
Yeah. How did you just say buck?
Buck?
I don't know. He said it's kind of southern. Like
I did. It came out a little southern.
You heard that like Sylvia just
buck.
Yeah, he said buck. I was like, whoa.
A little deep
Who is
voice
this?
to it.
Like the Philly man, the Virginia man has moved down south because that was the most southern way I've ever heard you talk, Ryan Sylvia.
I was born in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Fort Sanders.
There you go. Buck. There you go.
Isn't it a Lady Vol expert over there? Isn't it a big recruiting weekend for the girls?
Oh,
Or
he's
am I
done.
wrong?
It is a big recruiting. They got Olivia Edwards
I just
coming
saw
to
that.
campus.
Yeah. But
number
that
5.
last weekend. They had a couple.
They
5-star
had
girls in. Right?
Yes, they had 2. Trinity Jones and JC Hobby, I believe it. No, definitely Trinity Jones. Blanking on the other girl's name, but they 2 top It was Gabby minus, I believe, is what it was. Also could be wrong there. Might be mixed up. Anyway, end of the story. Yes, they had 2 top recruits there last week, and this week it's Olivia Edwards and Brie Crittenden, who are also very highly rated, especially Olivia Edwards, one of the best players in the entire. She can dunk, and not I mean, it's not like she's throwing tomahawk windmills down, but it's not.
It's effortless.
It's seemingly kind of effortless. That'd be pretty cool to have a player that can, just go up and yam one when she wants to on the Lady Vols. And it feels like Tennessee's in a decent spot for her too.
That's awesome.
Like we'll see. She's a forward, and it's tough for a lot of forwards to turn down playing for Dawn Staley in South Carolina because she's done such a good job developing them. But Tennessee's doing a fantastic job of staying in the mix for her. So yes, you are correct. Big recruiting weekend for men's basketball, women's basketball, football, obviously all coming to town for the big activities for Georgia weekend.
Yeah, and that Rippey, whatever we were talking about him, I think he canceled a Bama visit.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
So that's, I don't know what it means for us, but it's obviously might take somebody off the list.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, right?
Because that's a Kentucky battle, right? Like Kentucky is probably really deep into Rippey.
Okay. By the way, it was JC Abbey and Trinity Jones. Gabby minus was the news where she scheduled hers for the future. Just to put that out there.
Okay, that's a plus.
John Sartori already made that joke, so you're late to the party.
Queen Kim, man, tell you.
Yeah,
what she's done here is pretty remarkable in a year.
This is
2 years.
It is impressive.
This is the most perked up Brett has been.
Oh, I love
He's a Lady Vols guy.
Well, not just Lady Vols. Like, you're a big
soccer. I'm a soccer guy.
They're number 1 in the country, man.
Yes. Softball's throwing out. I'm seeing softball commits everywhere. It's like, I'm stoked. I love the ladies.
I'm just saying, Brett. Like that's.
Are you mad that I don't show this energy for the football team or something?
I just am noticing as a
God
journalist.
God forbid this guy supports his local teams on campus. I don't know what's so upsetting about this to you.
I'm seeing Final Four with the girls right now.
There we go.
Really?
There we go.
They're probably going to be like preseason 5?
Yeah, they'll be. I think
4
they'll
or
probably
5,
be up there,
especially if Ruby
top
gets.
10.
It's just going to be. It's a young group, and I don't know.
Yeah, but I can't think of a better style to just want to play. Like they don't really run plays. They just go play basketball. I love that. It's what it feels like to me.
I just love my wife and I when we first seeing it in person. The hockey line changes for Kim Caldwell. It's something like you've never seen.
No,
it's fun though. It's a fun thing where I'm like, oh, who's the next 5 in here? Like it's just one of those things.
We might see with the men's team with the amount of guys we have, maybe not to the frequency, but like a new 5 or a new at least 4 or 3.
Yeah,
which is something we didn't see last year at all from the men's team.
No.
We were begging for a 7th guy to step up, like who that would be. Like, I think you can just keep throwing people out there till something catches fire.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, speaking of the men's side with Rippey, you brought up Rippey Jr. So I'm curious, Sylvia, would you rather have, we asked this question yesterday to Shump, would you rather have Rippey Jr. plus a portal wing or Miles Sadler and Christian Collins this next cycle?
I would go. I think to me, you don't know how much longer Rick Barnes is going to coach. There's no indication that he's retiring anytime soon, but Father Time catches up to everyone at some point. So who knows how long that'll actually be. To me, I think you go portal then to try to, you assume the portal guy is going to be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So I think you go Darren Rippey and a portal guy to try to keep the window open as long as possible. And, you kind of hope that portal guy could pan out to the level of, Dalton Knecht and Chaz Lanier, which is unrealistic for the most part, but still, I think that would probably be the best way to keep the window open. Maybe not for, if you had like a 45-year-old coach, maybe you go and try to really stock up in high school recruiting. I still think that's obviously a way that Rick Barnes and any team are trying to build, but I think, trying to make sure that window doesn't fully close would be ideal.
It seems like they think Troy Henderson's a combo guard.
Yeah. And he maybe gives up a little height as a 2, but
that's what I kind of wondered. I'm like, is he, or maybe they just don't know enough yet that they are sure he can be the long-term point, which totally understandable.
Well, yeah, you're not gonna. I think that's probably more so. You're not gonna just put all your eggs in that basket without him seeing play a single minute of basketball yet.
Yeah, because that's what to me. I'm like, if you brought in Rippey or Sadler, it's like, is Henderson going to be able to slide to the 2? Is that something that you can do? But again, it just, you got to recruit. Recruit to. Because you have retention things. Like part of it's you're going to lose some guys, so you got to recruit. If you recruit over some of them, like that's just the nature of the beast. But I am kind of curious how that works. I didn't anticipate Henderson was someone who could, with his size, slide down to 2.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how much that actually happens. I just look at it more as like, you're not going to worry about running off Troy Hendrick. Like if he's good enough, he'll stay. And
Right.
Like that's, I think people get a little worked up over like recruiting over. If a guy gets recruited over and the guy that's getting recruited over is not as good as the guy who's being recruited, like, okay, like you just upgraded then. I don't know.
I wouldn't say no to Sadler and Collins though. Two other freshmen. Like especially Collins, like he's a highly ranked guy. That one feels more like Caleb Wilson to me from this past cycle. Where you're like, oh, there's a chance Tennessee's in that Final Five, and you're like, I don't know. Caleb Wilson just did not feel like that was going to end up at Tennessee. And I could see Christian Collins. Where you're like, yeah, I mean, he's considering USC and Arizona, but you might be able to get him over here. And you're like,
it's almost what Nate Ament felt like for a while, though.
Well, I feel like the Nate Ament, at least he was on this side of the country. One,
yeah.
Two, it did feel like genuine in terms of like the relationship, where like, like they had the best relationship or whatever. So like that's kind of what happened with Tristan Keys and Kelsey Pope, right? Like it was just, even though he committed to LSU, and then even though Nate Ament had the buzz for Louisville and teams like that before, it was like, hey, I mean, if we do straight relationships, Tennessee makes the most sense for both guys, and that ended up happening for both. So maybe Tennessee is able to get the best. I mean, Mara Morgan off to a hot start for Tennessee on the recruiting trail.
Sure.
Maybe he's the differentiating. He's a Cal guy. Like he came in from Cal. Maybe he's able to be the guy to get Christian Collins in there. And if Nate Ament is awesome this year, it's a great selling point for Christian Collins to be a plug and play.
Either one of those 5 stars or Adidas guy.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, they could just be Keys, you couldn't really say that because all the other schools involved with him are Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
But like now that they're wanting to feature like a main guy, you just wonder. That's a selling point, I guess, too, for one of these guys. So
your Lady Vols, Janai Barker, Adidas partner.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
nice.
she's excited.
I don't see a sponsor for him.
Because Mint, it didn't matter. I mean, we obviously were Nike, still when Mint committed, but he's what? He's
Reebok.
He's Reebok. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Will he be allowed to wear Reebok in games?
No, I don't think.
I think that's the only time you couldn't, because wasn't Zakai something else, and he would have to wear Nike. I thought that was something I read.
I'm pretty sure you have to wear your school's apparel.
Yeah, because Cooper Flagg would like come in with like a New Balance sweatsuit, but then he didn't wear the shoes.
Yeah,
it's funny. When we come back, we'll put a bow on this Wednesday edition right here on The Chase with Ryan Sylvia of Rocky Top Insider. Stick with us. The Chase right here on the Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and always streaming for free on that Fanrun Radio app.
Congratulations. You found sports radio that doesn't suck. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
It's Tennessee and Georgia, Saturday afternoon in Neyland Stadium, and this week's Fan Run Football Friday live show is at Ash's Beard and Beer Market, presented by Garage Beer. Join us for a live broadcast of The Drive, Friday from 3 to 6 at Ash's Beard and Beer Market on Kingston Pike in Lions View. We'll have $2.50 pints of Garage Beer and Garage Beer Lime, as well as a QR code that you can scan to get a 12-pack of Garage Beer to go for just $12. Plus, we'll be giving away a Garage Beer prize pack, including a sweet retro tailgate chair, pint glass, hats, t-shirts, koozies, stickers, and more. And we'll have your Fan Run Voluntary Reaction Keg of Glory t-shirts to give away as well. It's The Drive this Friday from 3 to 6 at Ash's Beard and Beer Market, presented by Garage Beer, 100% beer-flavored beer.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fanrun sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
It's a Chase right here on Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and always streaming for free on that Fanrun Radio app. Coming to a close here on this fine Wednesday afternoon with Ryan Sylvia of Rocky Top Insider, Garrett Armbrist, and Brett Hoolander here on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon in East Tennessee. As we put a bow on all of this when it comes to Tennessee football this week with Ryan Sylvia, I'm curious, would you say, because it's never too soon to get ahead of yourself, but are you buying or selling if the Vols win on Saturday? You'd say the Vols are a lock to make the college football playoff. And if they don't make the playoff after beating Georgia on Saturday, would this season be regarded as a huge disappointment by Vol fans?
Would they be a lock? No. I mean, they would be firmly in the picture. But so to answer your second question, yeah, the expectation would absolutely flip to you better be in the playoffs this year. If you get over the Georgia hump this early in the year with how poor Alabama and Florida have gotten out to the start of the season, which the USF's not a bad team at all, but it's a game Florida should win at home, right? And the offense shouldn't have looked that bad. And then Alabama laid an egg in week one. We'll see how they respond. But both those teams look very beatable on the road right now. If you're able to get over the one game that kind of feels like should be not maybe a for sure loss, but one game that I think pretty much everyone has marked down as a loss right now, yeah, I mean, the expectation should absolutely be to get to the 10-win line, which you win 10 or more and should be in the college football playoffs.
Yeah. I do think that's one of the things that will change perspective is if they do lose this game or they win this game and then the expectations change. Where like that would mean you're in the driver's seat. Like you could lose to Alabama and Florida and still make the CFP if you win this one. That would require you losing one more game you shouldn't. And that would change how everyone's vibe is this season. If you get over the Georgia hump and you don't take advantage of it and make the college football playoff.
Yeah, I think it would be disappointing if you win this game, you don't make the playoffs. I think Brian Trumper brought up a good point to me this morning, too. He was like, it's probably a good thing Mississippi State beat Arizona State. Otherwise, that could have got like a little shaky of a trap game almost, where conversely, now that they won that game, like they should win their next two games. They played two lower opponents. Might be a ranked team by the time Tennessee gets there, and then you would hope Tennessee's not overlooking that at that point.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got Roberto on the line here, joining us right here on the Chase. Roberto, how are you doing, my friend?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I hope you're well.
What's up?
What's on your mind, Roberto?
Caffeine. I was just saying, not drinking any caffeine. Try not to peak too early.
It's not too early. I mean, you're going into 3 o'clock hour here. When do you want to peak?
No, I meant for Saturday, bro.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
on like cocaine level awesome right now, so I need to chill out.
Okay.
I'm pretty fired up about this game. The buzz around town is so good. As the kids say, I believe your generation says the vibes are high.
My generation. I don't think the millennials are doing that. Are millennials the vibes?
I think they are. Well, you're trying to take the cool kid, high school kid words and use them yourself. So I believe they say the vibes are high.
Okay.
But I don't know anything about that. I'm not even a millennial. I'm a zennial, man.
Yeah.
I'm in the 7-year window between Gen X and the millennials.
Sylvia's all about aura. He talks about that a lot.
That's not true.
Aura?
Don't put that on me.
Okay, do you say aura or aura?
I say aura.
It's definitely aura. I'm not that that's in my vocab, but that is certainly how you pronounce it. It's not aura.
Why is it not aura? Why are you
That's
so
just
certain?
wrong. It's just like you calling him. What were you calling him? Something Evans? How are you pronouncing that?
Tyon Evans.
That's not how you're pronouncing.
Yeah.
That's the correct way. That's not how you were saying.
Was I saying
it, though.
Tion?
Tion.
Was I saying Tion?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think now that I say it out loud, an hour later, Tyon does feel
Yeah,
right.
it's definitely Tyon.
Yeah, it's absolutely Tyon. Guys, with that said, I don't have too much analysis to do and anything to provide there other than I just feel like we're finally hitting our stride with a quarterback that is designed to run Josh Heupel's system against Georgia at home. It's weird under Kirby Smart. But like when we were there the first year when we went down there, I believe we lost 27-13 in 22. I believe that was the final score. That was never going to be a win because there was another local jockey, if you will, gone out and he went and shot his mouth off and pissed off the entire Georgia fan base, right? And I think that was a hornet's nest, and that was a zero-sum game. We had just been ranked number 1, right? And they were clearly the better team. So, and then we came here in 23, and we had Joe Milton under center, and he wasn't ever going to run the system correctly because he was so limited. And then last year, what happened last year. And then this year, I just feel like we're finally hitting stride. And then, of course, we have 5 starters out because I'm hearing David Sanders isn't playing again.
You don't mean
So,
like again,
I don't know.
you just meant again this week.
I'm sorry, not again this season. If I ever say again for the season, I'll say he's out for the season, like
Okay.
Ricky Gibson is.
That better not be. I was like,
Gibson.
you're about to give me a heart attack over here with
No. Ricky Gibson is probably done for the year from everybody I talked to. Maybe I would believe you, but no, Sanders probably isn't going to play again as last week and the week before. But at this point, I'm also kind of wondering if that's not necessarily a bad thing, and you just save your bullets for later in the year. Because if you squeak out a win or you look really good and lose this week because Georgia's just a really great team, Tennessee is teed up for a run in November, because this year November is where you're going to make your money. Like back in the years past, you got to sweep November. You sweep November, you're probably going to the college football playoffs, and that's all I care about. That is my measuring stick. I don't care if we win another SEC title in my lifetime, okay, or go to the championship game for all that matters. I will spend my money going to playoff games, whether it's at home or abroad, for the rest of my life. If you get there, that's all I care about. And that starts this weekend, gentlemen. I hope you're as fired up as I am. Joey Aguilar pushing it across the finish line with those wide receivers that our boy hates so much. So,
Great stuff, Roberto.
I think that's the right measuring stick, though. You make the playoffs, you give you theoretically have a chance to win a national title. I think that's the measuring stick for every. You get to a point like Georgia right now is not going to be happy with just making a playoff, but until proven otherwise, until you do win a national championship, just make the playoffs every year. I agree.
What do you think is more likely, sweeping Georgia, Mississippi State, Arkansas, or sweeping Oklahoma and Florida?
Just Oklahoma, Florida?
Yeah.
Sweeping?
Yeah.
I would say beating Oklahoma, Florida.
Interesting. What about you, Brett?
Oklahoma seems good, but I'd probably say Oklahoma and Florida.
Okay. G6 Garrett?
What was the question again? Sorry.
Oh, Garrett's been out. Garrett's just good.
It's more likely sweep Georgia, Mississippi State, Arkansas, or
Yes.
sweep Oklahoma, Florida.
Probably Oklahoma, Florida.
That's interesting. I think it's more likely they sweep the Georgia, Mississippi State, Arkansas.
Which
So you
one?
think no.
Which one scares you,
No.
Oklahoma or Florida, or just the concept of beating both in one year?
I think Florida and Gainesville is just such a whole, we have just seen.
what are the chances that team has just quit by then?
What if
Tennessee's
what
got
if
them
their
on a good part
coach
of the
is
schedule.
basically out the window?
Yeah.
There's been you guys are too. We've been the better team a lot of times
Yes.
going down there when Florida's been a dumpster fire.
Yeah, sure.
And we've lost.
But in recent history, that game's been early in the schedule, and it's been the opposite, where Florida looks really good to start the year, and then the wheels fall off, and Kentucky's beating them by the end of the year. This feels like the year where it sets up for Tennessee to beat Florida on the road. If Tennessee's going to do it any year, it feels like this is the year.
Well, that's what they were saying about Georgia right now too. It's like if you're ever going to do it,
it's true.
So we're going 11-1.
I'm not saying they're going to beat Georgia, but this is as good of a chance as they've had under Heupel in my eyes.
Is it better chance to beat Georgia this year or better chance to beat Florida?
Florida.
Ooh, I think it's Georgia at home here. Florida, man, it just road SEC is very different than being in the friendly
Florida
confines
this
here.
year we thought would have 4 or 5 possible losses going into that game to begin with.
Yeah,
we thought they'd be a good football team.
Yeah,
South Florida might win this weekend. Then what is the loss going to look like? They might beat Miami. We don't know.
Yeah, that'd be pretty wild. Sweep in the state of Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know,
man. Does Golish get to pick any job he wants in the state of Florida if he sweeps? It's like, Golish, you get to pick between Florida and Miami. You're the king of Florida.
Or getting rid of Norville.
Everyone's talking about this Alex Golish Power 4 head coach next year, which very well may be the case. I'm not convinced he's leaving USF after this year. They have a lot of money there.
Well, it depends. Like, does Virginia Tech get serious? I mean, they're out
That's
here.
That's
also going to be
Virginia
easier
Tech's
to
a
make
worse job.
It's also going to be easier to make a playoff, right? It's
Florida. Easier to make a playoff, and USF has way more money than Virginia Tech does. USF had, according to On3's report, had a top 20 recruiting budget in the country this year.
But could he?
Virginia Tech was like in the 40s or 50s.
But could he get? I mean, part of it just goes to like, can you get buy-in? Like Deion's gotten buy-in from the Colorado administration to take football a whole lot more serious. So it's like it goes back to: are you able to raise the coffers and flip the script? I mean, you see the difference between recruiting with.
So you guys don't think he's an SEC coach?
I think it's a big jump, man, to go from G5 to SEC. That's tough.
I just have to see him do it the whole season because they've gone 7-6 the past 2 years and they've had lots of hype.
Yeah.
If they lose this week and say they have a couple injuries that happen and then they go into AAC play where they still have to play Navy, Memphis, UTSA, and they go 9-3, 8-4, like then at that point, I just have to see it the whole season because they've had a whole lot of hype the past couple of years, and obviously they're the best team in the G5 right now. Like there's no question. They might have the best resume in college football right now.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to keep it going for the next 10 games, which they haven't been able to do the past 2 seasons. Not saying that they're not going to.
No, you're right.
They just have to.
Yeah, they haven't. They've been good, but they haven't sustained it in the first 2 years.
And they've put 2 signature wins together this year, so they could be a completely different team than the past 2 years.
Let's say they go 10-2. Let's say they lose to Miami and they lose a random in-conference game, and they go to the college football playoffs and they get blown out in their first game in it. I think there's a decent chance he's still at USF next year.
I don't think he'll be hired away from USF right now because you have a guy like Jeff Summerall who's been doing it in the G5 for a couple seasons now, a handful of seasons now at Troy and now at Tulane. He hasn't 1 year. You're not going to go from the G5 to the Power 4. You have to have sustained success.
But you got to be careful with it because Jamie Chadwell may have stayed a little bit too long at Coastal and maybe a little bit too long at Liberty. Because now Liberty's not. I mean, they had that great run 2 years ago, but last year was kind of underwhelming. They don't play a big schedule. Like Chadwell, Tennessee guy, talked to him. He's a super nice dude, but it's a fine line because you're just getting your roster just rated every year.
It's also a fine line though. Do you want to go to a program that's 3-9?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can be choosy, but you also kind of like. If you are a G6 coach who is excelling and get a good opportunity, you got to leave. Like if Summerall gets offered like Auburn or Kentucky, he's got to go because
not Kentucky.
I mean,
Kentucky's a dead end football job right now. Auburn, sure, they have the willingness to compete in football. Kentucky, they do not care if that team goes 4-8 every year. Why would you want to leave for any job there?
Arkansas, you could talk me more because I mean, you saw how they were back in the Tyson chicken money for basketball.
Arkansas, I could see.
I think Red Lashley's going to Arkansas. I don't know that that's the right decision, but I think that he's going to go to Arkansas. I think he has a better chance at SMU to win an ACC championship and go to a college football playoff every year than he does go to Arkansas and go 10-2. Yeah. But at the same time, I think he'll probably end up there.
That's right. If I was Alex Golish, I would be very. You floated Virginia Tech. That is an infinitely worse job right now than USF.
I just am curious how that goes because Babcock, their AD, was meeting with the important folks who get the money together. So I kind of wonder what that looks like. Does he get them to buy in on the recruiting budget and what they need to really get back to
He's
driving?
Been trying that for a while, and it just has not. They have no money compared to what they should for a program that people talk about as, they have their string of success.
Oh, here we go. UVA, Sylvia is logged back onto the chat.
This is the truth. They don't have money right now, and they don't have buy-in, and I don't know why you'd leave USF for that. If a USF job where if you can start to string it together, you would be in the playoff hunt
pretty
every
sweet
single year.
But place to live, too.
Sweet place to
Right,
live.
but you're one bad year away
You're in a
from tanking
hotbed
your
for recruiting.
Look at Tom Herman. It didn't go well.
I kind of agree with Garrett, though. They got to finish the season out.
They do, but I just you
Like,
got to be
there's
careful,
8 more
man.
weeks, 9 more weeks of this stuff.
I just feel like you got to jump when you can jump. Like,
but that's why I'm curious. What is the worst job you would take if you're Alex Golesh?
I mean, there's a chance USF could be in the Big 12 in a couple of years.
It's true. Really, at this point, they're about to be a 50-team conference.
You just can't. I don't know, man. You're just going to continually get rated.
Would you go to? Not that I think Jeff Lebby's getting fired. Would you go to Mississippi State?
I think he's. I mean, I would see it. That'd be a great hire for Mississippi State. I don't think I would do that. I mean, I would do that if I was Golesh. I don't know if he would do that.
What about like Maryland or Wisconsin, like a Big Ten team?
Wisconsin,
that's
I
not
can
like
really
a complete
see.
bottom
Wisconsin, I
feeder.
see. Maryland's
Wisconsin has
interesting.
potential. Maryland, I don't see them ever.
Maryland is just a bonkers thing to me because like Mike Locksley is great OC, great offensive line, but he was really bad at New Mexico. Like you go through his record, Mike Locksley has gotten a lot of time, and it's just been bad as a head
What about
coach.
like Baylor?
Well, hold on.
Aranda wasn't mentioned.
They're
too.
great though. They just beat SMU. They
Well,
can
I'm
win the
just
Big
saying,
12 this year.
He was on the hot seat coming into the season, though.
He does. It is a big year, but I think they lead the country in passing right now.
You going to
you throw it
UCLA?
every play. I think you.
UCLA.
Oh, that'd be funny. I mean, could you get the buy-in? Like, I don't know. UCLA
It's like
seems kind of. I don't know.
Rutgers.
No.
Gross.
No. Greg
Shiano's
Schiano's gonna be there
stay
forever.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of great. Like, what would you guess Mike Locksley's career record is? By the way,
Out of how many games?
let me do some math here. About 100.
30 and 70.
Very close. 37 and 67.
Wow.
He's a good offensive mind. There's some guys like Dick LeBeau, great defensive coordinator in the NFL, bad head coach. That's just how it works. But I don't know. We shall see what happens to that Golesh. But he's a great story, and it's great for Heupel's coaching tree, right? Like that's a huge win for Tennessee if he's able to get a head coaching job out of this.
Is he the only coaching?
No, Kennesaw State.
Yeah, Jerry Mack.
I was literally
yeah.
right. I was like, I haven't really kept up with them. We'll see him.
That's who almost. Is that who you said?
Indiana State,
Garrett almost beat Wake.
Yeah,
Kennesaw
yes.
State?
9, yeah.
Yeah, golly, they got killed by Indiana, but
Robbie Ashford's not working out for Wake. The team number
They
7.
play Thursday.
There
Wake
you
and
go.
NC State.
They got a good running back, Claiborne.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Damon Claiborne, yeah, he's good.
September 20th in Kennesaw, Georgia. Butch Jones versus Jerry Mack.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Love it. That'll do it for this Wednesday edition of The Chase with Ryan Sylvia of Rocky Top Insider. Thank you to Ryan. Thank you to Brett Hoolander. Thank you to Garrett Armbrust. The drive with Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville, and the Bears up next. We're back tomorrow in studio on a Thursday with Ethan Stone of Saturday Down South at 1 o'clock. Have a wonderful